Hi, my name is John. I'm a music teacher in California, and recently I got an email from a teacher in Australia who had to move all her students from in-person lessons to online lessons. And she was asking me for some advice, like, how do you do this? Any tips and stuff. And I was going to respond to her just personally, but then I thought, probably a lot of teachers out there are shifting to online lessons, and so I thought I'd do a little video to kind of show how I do it, what my setup is here in my room, what cameras I use, how I do things, to maybe give some ideas to others who are having to make this sudden switch from in-person lessons to online lessons. Now, a little bit about myself. Again, I live in California. I've been teaching music since 2004, and I've been teaching online for a few years, but lately, of course, with COVID-19 and everything, I've had to move all my in-person lessons to online lessons. And so, especially lately, I've been really tinkering a lot more with how to create a very seamless experience for my students, and a very easy experience for myself as well in teaching them. And I feel like I've gotten pretty close to finding a method that really makes it almost like I'm right there. So I hope that any tips I can share in this video can help you out. And so let's get to it. So this is my setup here. I've got three cameras going on, one over the keyboard, one that's just a basic webcam over my monitor there, and one that I keep kind of close to the music over there. And I'll explain what I use all of them for. When I'm teaching guitar or ukulele, it's not too complicated. I just kind of sit there and just give a lesson with a webcam that's right in front of the monitor, right on top of the monitor. When I'm giving piano lesson, it's a little bit more involved, and that's because I want to, again, create kind of a seamless experience for students. I have one camera up here that faces down towards the keyboard, and when I switch to that one, it allows my students to be able to see exactly where their hands should go and give them a good view of the keyboard. Over here, of course, I have the one right on top of the monitors. And then I typically keep a camera right here too. And this has been really helpful. That, of course, faces towards the music. And I'll go to this camera if I need to kind of show something very specific in the music. So, you can tell a student, hey, play the note on the first beat of measure 3, in the right hand, but of course it's much easier, as we would if we were actually with a student, to just say, hey, play this right here. So having a camera here that I can instantly go to that shows the music immediately is very helpful. I would imagine, especially for younger students for whom, kind of explaining things is a little bit more difficult. The difficult thing with this one, though, I've tried like normal webcams, like the one I have there or the one I have up there, but when they're close up like that, it doesn't seem to work quite as well. And so what I found works for me is that I just use my iPhone, which I'm holding right now, and I set it there, and it has really good HD quality video. I use an app called EpoCam or EpoCam that sort of turns my iPhone into an extra camera that connects to my computer, where I can then show my students the music. Something else that's been helpful that I didn't realize I needed was this desk right here, which actually there's a lever on the side there that makes it go up or down. This was actually a free gift from a friend a few months ago that I honestly was sitting in our garage for a long time because I didn't really know what I would do with it. Now I use it all the time, so thank you, Chuck. If I'm sitting for too long, I can set it up and stand, while teaching, or I can put it back down if I want to sit again. So that's been kind of a useful thing as well. Over here, I made a previous video a while ago about using Skype to give lessons, but I found that Zoom is a lot better. I feel like I've gotten better quality. The just adjusts the lighting a lot better. So I would recommend Zoom, definitely. I always keep track of all my students on this side as well, kind of keep practice notes that I write down, that I type in during the lesson. And then after the lesson, I'll send that to the parents so that they can sort of be on top of their children about what to practice and all of that. You might wonder, how do you teach younger students in this platform? I have found that teaching younger students is not so bad with this. I thought it would be more difficult, but with those three cameras, it's very easy to show them exactly what they need to do and how they need to play. The only problem with younger students is that if they're kind of really wiggly, you would need a parent there to sit next to them to help kind of keep them settled. I do this with one of my students who's I think like 5 or 6 years old. When I taught him in person, it was always a lot of, okay, let's come back to the piano, let's keep working with this. But now, I've told the parent, I need you to sit with him, and they were fine with that. Another tip I would give is to take advantage of YouTube videos. I mean, I'm making this one. I always put YouTube videos up if I can find the time to help reinforce what I'm teaching in person. I've been doing that for years, and this has been really helpful. I was teaching in a school setting for a while, and I used to make videos of songs that we were working on in class, and parents really appreciated that. Another tip is to take advantage of everything online that's free. I specifically really like freescores.com. I use ultimateguitar.com all the time. MuseScore is a great resource as well. There's so much online that's free and helpful, and I would take advantage of it as much as you can. So I hope this video helps you in your journey to become an online teacher. If you haven't been before, or if you are an online teacher, I hope it kind of gave you something new to think about. Any ideas you have, please put them in the comments below, or let me know where I can watch videos that you've made. I'm always learning too. I wish all of you the best. Stay safe and stay healthy.